Hey guys, we are back with another episode of My Time at Portia, and today we are going into the second summer. In our last episode, we finished out exploring the Hazardous Ruins. We got all the way through Hazardous Ruins level 4. We also completed some major commissions and actually did the first day of summer. So we're able to do a couple of things. We're able to get things from the tree farm and our daily sort of shipment from them. We're able to send missions on level 4 of the Hazardous Ruins, and we reorganized our workshop, so hopefully it'll be much nicer now. Alright, so it looks like Emily wants us to build a water system for them, and we will get some research in 6 days. So, our last task had us building some furnaces, some new industrial furnaces, and now we have the ability to sort of repair WoW industry. So maybe that should be our first goal for the day. Let's head into town and see what quest is awaiting us there. But then we'll head on up to WoW Industries and see if we can't repair the leak that's causing the problem.
And then you moved in with your free house your pa left you, and everybody started paying you special attention.
We even got the Civil Corps involved in our problems last.
Okay, very rough on you. Look, I feel bad now. Oh, right. You change your mind? Excellent. I'm drawing up a diagram.
Alright, miraculous new invention came to him in a dream. Make it start selling it, will be set for life. Missing a few things. Need 2 small engines, 10 carbon steel bar, 6 strengthened glass, and 3 tin alloys. Well, the mission is called a regrettable deal, so I don't think that this is going to play out well for us. But that's okay, we'll find out. So next I wanted to head up to WoW Industries and see what we can do about repairing the leaky pipe. I think the best way to get up there is to take a DD stop. Unfortunately, I don't think we actually have one set up, so we'll have to run. Cool. Now, WoW Industries is, I believe, the next dungeon we'll be doing, so I expect a fair bit of combat here. But we'll go ahead and head up above the waterfall and see what happens. Noticing a lack of music here. Let's try turning some stuff up a little bit. Make that a little easier to hear. There we go. Let's try out our new lion's claws on these llamas. Definitely pack a punch. Ooh, 700 on a crit. That's insane. Oh good, poop. I say that a little sarcastically, but you can never actually have enough poop in this game. It's a fundamental ingredient in fertilizer, which as we go, we will use more and more fertilizer as we expand our crops. And we will need lots of poop in order to make all that fertilizer. Alright. Head on out to WoW Industries. See what happens up here. Looks like Sam's over here.
Here to fix the pipe?
Yep. What are you doing here?
I'm investigating. We think someone intentionally broke this pipe. You can see the handprints on the pipe. Now, who would want to do that?
Perhaps, but those two always have a motive. No matter how
Well, let's fix it. Could be danger. Okay. Excuse me.
That does it.
Something's not right.
Sam? Sam!
I'm here.
What happened?
I don't know. No one's been in this room before. Looks like it's part of the sewage system. I've got a bad feeling about this.
If thou dare, cometh at me 3 floors down.
Oh, this sounds like a challenge. It's probably the villain. Let's check it out.
Shouldn't we get some backup?
No worries. You got me.
Alright. Well, we've got Sam, so we are fine. And we're gonna have a great time. Let's head 3 floors down. I don't think you can take fall damage in this game. Of course, getting stuck halfway down a wall is kind of a consequence that you need to avoid. There we go. Oh, some new types of rats, it looks like. Baccarat. Alright. I get it. It's a Baccarat. Green boxes are not breakable. Alright, so let's see. Over here, there's a little path up. So these gloves have really good damage, but they don't lock down enemies the way the iron sword does. It's a little disappointing. We should still be okay though. Especially since we can do things like that. Oh, monsters, okay. I definitely don't want to be standing on the spikes when they go off. We can jump over them though. Carbon steel bar, solid. Alright. So we need to be mindful of spikes, spike traps. We need to be mindful of new types of rats with new attacks. I think we've opened a gate, and so hopefully we can clear one of these areas. Unfortunately, the gate we opened was not one of these. So, I guess we go back. We must have missed something in one of the other areas. Oh, it's up above. I see it. We slid the fan over. That's what we did. Clever, clever. Slow gooey's over here. Looks like the final hit in a combo is a stun. The second hit is prone to missing though. So we can't chain combos between enemies very well. There. Okay. Let's head back. Whew. So we need to figure out the perfect timing on these attacks in order for them to repel enemies. So that one worked. So the third attack's a little slow there. So it looks like we need to attack twice and then dodge. Alright, we need to heal up. What do we have? Not much. This might be too dangerous for us right now. We may have to leave. But you know what I think I'm actually going to do is put back my iron sword. I think it's a better tool. It's the job done. Dried bladefish. What's that do for us? Oh, good. Heals. So if we're going to succeed here, we need to be a little bit more clever about how we are handling some of these fights. How we're moving between enemies, pulling things. Because a single bandy rat's not really a threat. We can lock them down pretty easily. Even two of them are probably not super dangerous. But we can't just keep charging in like we've been. Will definitely not work out in our favor. We may also rely more on Sam to keep us alive through different parts of this. Okay, so we're back at the entrance, but now we've opened up a skip, so that's good to know. Alright, moving on to the next floor. Nothing in that room, it looks like. Move on. Okay. So we've got a soup pot ahead. That's good. I'm gonna drop one thing here. We'll drop the spines. So how good is this broth? 15 stamina? It's not great, but it'll do the job. And that's what we need right now. Is to survive. Right. Some carbon steel over there. Looks like some more up here. It's fortunate that we're finding all this steel. It makes this a lot more worth it. Because to be honest, combat is super dangerous, super risky. You can, lose an entire day's worth of progress for very little return. I mean, obviously it advances the main quest, which is important in the long run, but there's very little that's productively done by spending all day fighting. This little platform jumping game there. It's a lot of fun. Health bar. Gave him away. Smoked fish roll. What does a smoked fish roll do for us? 35 defense. So that'll be useful. I'm guessing that'll be a boss fight coming up. All things considered, Sam actually makes a pretty good combat partner. Some red mushrooms, more healing items. Alright, we've got enough money. I'm gonna go ahead and unlock the next, ooh, 10,000. Yeah, we'll still do it. Yeah. And an enhanced iron sword schematic. So the enhanced iron sword, I've generally said is not worth it because it doesn't do much more damage than the iron sword. But in this case, we might find it useful.
Thou the one that ended my son? Roar! Oh, thou shalt regret the day.
Alright. Lots of enemies here. And a cutscene.
Don't worry about me. Keep your wits.
Cool. Well, that was helpful. Would have been more helpful if we'd been able to fight the guy together. But, alright, here we go. Alright, let's heal up a bit. So we'll go ahead and eat our defense food here. We'll go ahead and knock out some of these mushrooms until we're a little bit more healthy, because we were in pretty bad shape there. And that is it for our options here. So here's to hoping that we can pull something out here. Alright, so let's watch his attack patterns. He charges, so... wear him down from range for now. Alright, let's try something different. Okay, that's worse. We can't take another hit like that. Oh, so he's got a charge attack. That's cool. Okay, so we try again. Let's help out Sam. Apparently we can't. Alright. So if that's gonna be how this has to play out, we might actually want our Lion's Claws. I don't like using them because they don't do any control, but in terms of raw damage output, they are our best. And if it's all about dodging his attacks anyways, then maybe we'll just... We get him? That was an intense fight.
Not bad. You did well.
Okay. Miss, who just got like 3 friggin' bandy rats. Whatever. Aha.
This must be the control system for all the pipes. Let's see if we can turn off... You did it! Nice!
Alright.
I'm going to stay and look around some more. You go tell the mayor about this.
Whew. Well, that was fun. And apparently, it happened in almost no time at all. It's still 11 in the morning. Now, of course, we're almost dead. And now that we're no longer in the ruins, if we drop to 0, then we lose all progress on the day. Which is a sort of a bad place to be in. This is a new tree. I've not seen this type of tree before, so let's chop it down and see what sort of things we get from it. Purple resin. Lots of hardwood, purple resin, bit of ironwood. That'll do. I wonder, can we kick it? I think we have another type of tree up here too. So we can't kick it. We get purple resin. Well, it never hurts to have a little bit to spare. Can't kick this tree either. Get pine cones, it looks like. Alright. So we'll need to build that that stop for sure. Let's see. Got a quest for the haunted cave. We have a couple of other quests throughout the town. But the good news is we have finished the poison water quest. So let's head home. Let's see what we can do here. I want to check a quick keybind. Input. There we go. So let's see what we can sell. See if we can't unload some of this loot. See if there's anything worth anything valuable. So, some of the new things we got. Pine cones. Fall off the trees by themselves. Nitra. Used for making gunpowder. See, we got some old parts. Some silicon chips. Batwing. Let's sell these bow ties. I don't think those are good or anything. I don't think the rogue headbands are good for anything. Sell those. Aside from that, had some purple resin. What's that? Used as glue. Definitely sell these rackets. Don't need those. I sell the eye patches. Maybe. Go. Alright, let's head up and talk to the mayor. And then see if we can't pick up a commerce commission. Right.
That's a grand tale. But then again, there are strange tales about the...
Alright. Apparently, he's grateful that we cleared it, and so we get 1,000 goals. A worthy reward for barely surviving the fight against the Rat King. Alright, let's see what sort of commissions we can do today. 2 desk lamps, 3 bat masks, and 1 leather horn. Now the leather horn I happen to know will take blue leather we don't have, so we're going to go with the desk lamp. I don't know what desk lamps require. Hopefully we have the materials we need. We'll head back to the workshop and find out. But either way, I think it's our best bet there. The bat masks aren't too hard to craft, but they do require you to fight pan bats, and given our health, I did not think that that's the best way to spend our afternoon. Because all it takes is a little bit of bad luck, and our health drops to 0, and we're in a bad spot. A couple of desk lamps it looks like are actually quite easy. Bit of copper, bit of glass, and some copper wire, which we have literally hundreds of. So that's actually worked out very well in our favor. While we're down here, though, what we can do is we can take some of these carbon steel bars, charcoal that's gone. Out of fuel for our stone bricks, but you know what? I think we have enough stone bricks, so we're actually going to switch this over to bronze. Refuel it. We'll craft 25 bronze bars. Never enough bronze bars, as you know. And what we're going to do is we're going to get started on some bronze plates so that we can finish off the the DD stops around town and sort of expand our fast travel system. We'll keep these going on some of the standard materials we know we're going to need more of, the various plates and planks. Just things that are good to have on hand that you're pretty sure you'll never run out of, or never have too many of, rather, that you'll always have a use for at some point. Okay, so then wanted to talk to Emily about Emily's well. So let's head on over and see if we can't track down Emily. And it looks like Sophie may have a quest for us as well.
Hi. Hey, did you get my note?
Watering the fields can be a hassle.
Especially when Granny's back.
Sure.
I was thinking we needed
Need a well, way to pump water out.
Don't forget, we'll need something to store the water.
I'll see what I can do.
Alright,
Research center on.
cool. So we'll go visit the research center here shortly. Let's stop by and see what Granny's up to. Sophie, as it were.
I've got some milk deliveries lined up, but I'm afraid I'm a little tired.
Isaac, Chiwa, and Eddie.
Thank you, dear.
Be easy enough. So alright. So we'll head up and we'll be using the DD system in order to make these milk deliveries. That trip through the dungeons ended up making this day take a heck of a lot longer than I was anticipating, so we may only do one day in this episode, but I think if that's what we do, we'll just bring the stream down real quick and bring it right back up. Because I kind of want to play some more and see what happens next. But I also want to try and keep these two generally less than an hour a piece, and definitely not much over. And so if this day it looks like is due to end at about the 45-minute mark, I'm not sure we'll be able to squeeze a second one in. So I think we'll do this day, then take about a 10 to 15-minute break. And then get back to it.
A well and something to pump the water out, huh? Should you have them? Great. It'll take.
All right. Easy enough. Now we need to find Dr. Zhu. He will take these desk lamps off our hands for a bit of money. One thing I haven't checked in a while. We have a ton of skill points, so we can go ahead and invest those. I'm going to take Fish Encyclopedia in the last rank of Builder, I think. That'll make those commerce commissions worth a bit extra, which is an important thing, since we're doing them every single day, trying to get that rank 1 spot. And it will also...
Why are you here? The mayor should have prioritized street... Did the rat you fight really talk? There are records that show... Goodbye.
Hello, Dr. Zhu.
Glad the city has added some streetlights. Some of my elderly patients have complained for years about a... Hello?
Awesome. Alright, so those are all done. You know, so there is one more thing that we need. And I think our best bet here may actually be down at the other plaza. So for the haunted cave, we took a minute and looked at the materials for that, and one of the materials we need is pigments, which you buy from the church store. It looks like the church store has just closed up shop. I'm not sure what the church's hours are, so we'll go ahead and Lee and Nora will move the church store with them throughout the day as they go around town. So they're set up here right outside the fountain for the morning, and then they move down to sort of the main plaza, the central plaza, for the evening. But right as I was running down there to see them, they picked up shop and started walking back. So I'm not sure we'll be able to get it from them directly today, but we may be able to get into the church and see if we can't buy it there. They close at 6 o'clock. Everybody closes at 6. Definitely a small town. Alright, so since we can't do that, let's double check that we have the rest of the materials. Those pigments are going to take some time. They take a couple of weeks to grow, if I remember right. And then, so we need a bronze sword. So what quests do we have then? Missions. Django, so we need a new bronze sword for Django. Alright, easy enough. Haunted cave, make tree of claws and a haunted cave sign. Those should be, are they in furniture then? Tree of, there they are. Alright, haunted cave sign, so 2 pigments, which we actually have. I'm not sure where we got them from, but that works out. And then tree of claws, so we can actually complete that quest right now. Lucky us. Those pigments come from the rainbow flower, which you need to grow. You get the rainbow flower seeds from the Church of Light. So let's head on down and construct the haunted cave. Go ahead and build that. Then we'll head back into our workshop. And maybe get Django's sword set up. And maybe start working on some of these materials for a regrettable deal. I'm sure we're getting the short end of the stick here, but... Okay, so that's interesting. Oh, so we can just... Okay, that's probably a bug. I don't think you're meant to be able to climb that like I did. Alright, haunted cave is set up. Cool. You know what you get, buddy? You get pine cone. Apparently we were very generous with our pine cone. Alright, let's head back. And we'll talk to Gale tomorrow about the cave being done. So let's go ahead and make Django's sword and we'll call it a day there. And again, I think we'll end the stream for a few minutes, sort of finish off this episode, and then start episode 12. What should we name this episode? Something about the Rat King, undoubtedly. Sure, furnaces have fuel. That's the one problem with these furnaces is you get lazy. They don't require fuel nearly as frequently, and so you forget to refuel them at all. And then you find yourself a ways in without them having done anything. Alright, so we need an upgrade kit then, which we can get easily enough tomorrow. Looks like those are still going strong. Okay, bronze plates are done. Bronze pipes are done. We needed a little bit of fiber cloth as well. So I think we've got plenty, but it never hurts to have more. Go ahead and whip some fiber cloth up. And our other skiver will get started on some... Let's do some fur. Never enough fur either. Alright. That in. Let's go ahead and unload into our storage chest real quick. Quick sort all. And then We can unload some of these other things. Nitro, I need cotton. We're starting to get a lot more of these items. I'm not sure these bandages are actually used for anything, but I'm hesitant to give them up because you never know. We'll actually want the pipes. But I don't think we need any of the bars or the charcoal. Alright, that's enough. Plenty of inventory space, and so there we go. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and end it there for a short time. We will be back in just a few minutes with another episode, and we'll see what comes next after the haunted cave. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Hopefully you've had a good time, and we'll catch you next time.